and Jupyter. So,
Okay.
so which one we should use, Spider or Jupyter
See, both are
for
fine.
writing the code?
Both both are fine. There is no foundation on you to use either Spider or Jupyter. It's all about getting the solution correct. IDs, the choice of ID is totally up to you. But I think for this course, these guys are making use of Spider because Spider is very beginner friendly. So maybe you can start with Spider, but if you
Yes,
want to go with Jupyter, then go ahead with it. There is no issue with that.
yes. I found Spider is quite understandable, easy to understand because in Jupyter we have to use something else like, but Spider I found quite good.
Okay. Okay. So any other questions?
Excuse me,
Please,
sir.
yes.
Sir, when week 2 assignment uploaded?
Week 2 assignment is live. Please check on the
Okay.
week 2.
Sir, as there are lots of videos like this one,
Yeah,
all videos are
your class.
yeah uploaded. So if you don't download it will be there in our login for how much time?
Not able to understand what you're saying. Too
Yeah.
many people at the same time.
Yes, sir. Actually, the video downloading, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are unable to download the video, but we are able to view the videos.
Because the videos are uploaded on YouTube.
How do
All the videos.
how do we download, sir? Because there in that menu it is said that we can download the contents, all the lecture videos,
So,
week 1, week 2, all the videos. So
okay, so yeah,
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 we can.
yeah. Hello.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
I am habitual with Jupiter, so we carry on with Jupiter or not?
You can carry on with Jupyter by all means. There is no foundation. If you're comfortable with Jupyter, by all means go ahead with Jupyter. Jupyter is also very easy to use.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. One more question, sir. Maybe during the exam, which tool we will be using, sir? Jupyter or Spider? Which one?
It will next be MCQ based. Just the way you are seeing in your assignment, your exam will be
Ah,
MCQ based. There will be no.
okay, sir. Thank you. Okay.
Sir, it is better if
How
you
much
can.
duration, sir? Exam?
That you will be informed. It varies
Sir,
from
it
four.
is two exam or one?
So final exam,
Hello, sir.
it will be only one exam.
Hello, sir.
So it is given timing 9
Hello,
to
sir.
12 and 2 to 5. Two timing is good, sir.
You will be
Hello, sir.
yes,
Okay, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Sir, can you
Excuse
hear
me, sir.
me?
When is the assignment submit?
I can't understand what you.
Hello, one second, sir.
Sir, can you hear me?
When we are going to learn about application of Python.
This course. We will look at the application. This course is more on the applicative side. So we'll cover most of the things in this course. Yeah.
Sir,
Excuse me, sir.
will there be two exam or one?
There'll be only one
The two
exam.
timing of exam are given.
There'll be only one exam. You are basically seeing the full slot. Exam will be conducted in two slots, but you will be appearing only in one slot.
Yes, sir. When
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Hello, excuse me, sir.
Please go back.
Sir, I
Unable.
just want to know that, like, when we are going to learn this application, how we can use the Python in other things like
Hmm.
application of Python.
Okay. So see, this is just a 4-week course, and this is mainly focusing on the use case of Python for data science. Okay. So in the course mainly focuses on the data science aspect of it. What do you mean by other applications?
Not a application, like how we are going to learn about the application of Python in data science.
So you will learn mostly in this 4 week. What I can say is you will cover most of the basic stuff of Python. We'll cover all the different logical arguments on how to view coding, and the domain we'll be focusing on is mainly on data science, but these applications can be useful in many other domains as well. The
So
knowledge will
like
be
sir,
basic.
so like other domains means like machine learning and all.
Can you repeat, please?
Sir, any other domain means like machine learning and all.
So we will look at some example of machine learning in this course. We'll in the final week of this course, there is an example that there are two case studies that we'll study. One is on the regression problem. One is on the classification problem. These are not exactly machine learning, but yeah, like it's an introduction to machine learning. You can think of that. So that covered in week 4.
So if I submit
when
the assignment on first day or last day, does it matter in the marks?
Can you please repeat?
So if I submit the assignment on the first day or either the last day, does it matter in the marks?
No, as long as it is before the deadline, it should not matter.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir. The submission of assignment, both the first week and second week, the submission of assignment date is both are same.
Yes.
5th October, 5th October.
5th Feb, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
These are.
Sir, and we can do the assignments as many times we want, like before the deadline.
Yes. Yes. Before the deadline, you can submit it as many times as you want. You can also improve your answers if you feel like. But the answers will be released after the deadline passes, and there will be no, no way to change your answer. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
No,
Sir,
sir, why
I
are
have
two timing given for exams?
So this is basically 2 slots. One is a morning slot, one is an evening slot. You will have to select one of these slots. You won't give the exam 2 times. You only give exam
Thank you.
slots.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
hello,
See,
hello.
sir, I have submitted my first week of the assignment, but marks are not showing.
Yeah,
So
because
I have.
you will get your marks after 5th of Feb.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. The assignment deadline is not past yet.
Sir, I have question. Hello. Hello, hello.
Sorry, just a second.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
One
Hello.
question is that. Hello, sir. Like
Hello.
One second.
how
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, let's go. Yes,
Hello, hello.
yes.
Hello,
Sir,
sir.
I have one question. I have completed week 1 lectures. In the space appearing in the name of the variable in the program of assignment, is it the space or kind of is a bugging?
No, it's a space as it is. If it's a bug, you will get marks. Okay. For now, consider that there is no bug. In case you find a bug, then marks will be awarded accordingly.
Okay, it means
hello,
is the question space.
Sir, my
hello, sir.
request. Hello, sir.
I have
My request.
one question, sir. Like in data science, sir, how we can what the task we can perform through Python. I have heard that the data is managed by the SQL only. So how we can manage the data through Python?
We'll cover that in the duration of this course. That will be covered. How exactly Python is useful in order to visualize, handle, or manipulate the data. This is what we'll learn in subsequent weeks. Okay, week 2, 3, and
So sir, it will be covered in our course.
yes, you will cover how you basically will learn how you can use different libraries like pandas, numpy, scikit-learn to basically manipulate the data. That will be covered in this course.
Hello.
Sir,
Sir,
it is better if
sir,
you
my
can
request.
give me the exam center for Guwahati, because we have to register the our names for the exam. So it'd be better if you can tell the exam center address. You can email me also.
I am not aware. Like, I don't think the center has been finalized yet, but it
Oh,
will at a due time.
So,
You
sir,
so it'll be
as I am from
within
Delhi, so, sir, will will I get the
Smart
center
City
for
only.
Delhi only?
Yes, so see, this is not in my hand. You will have to discuss it with the folks at NPTEL. You should email the NPTEL help desk for these questions. But yeah, most likely you will get the exam center more or less in the city that you have opted for. Okay, but the address
Hello,
of
sir.
the city hasn't been finalized. Yes, Bhumi.
We just currently registered. We don't have any idea about last week.
No, all weeks are better. This is the week one discussion that we are doing.
Okay.
Sir, hello, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
Sir, actually, my request, I want that in this course, Python for data science, please cover the maximum of the or some of the machine learning algorithms.
Machine learning algorithms, like.
Yeah, yeah. I request, sir.
Okay, sure. We can always customize whatever you guys demand. We can customize.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, what kind of projects will we be making in data science aspect?
What kind of projects? So see, there
Yes.
will mainly two kind of case studies or two kind of projects we will be making. First kind of project in data science is something known as a regression problem. Okay, basically, very simple example. Let's say you have the house square feet and you want to determine what should the price of a house be based on different factors. One is the area, one is the location, one is the number of floors in that particular building. So there are different input variables, and based on that, you want to determine what is the price of a house. So you basically take a look at the data, historical data. You take a look at 100 or 1,000 different houses, see how the prices have been determined historically, and then based on that, you extrapolate that data. And basically, if I give a new house to you, can you give me the price for that particular house? This is one example of regression.
Sir, I
Okay,
have
sir,
one
got it.
question, sir. Like in this course, sir, to prepare any project as well.
No, 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 no. All the assignments that you do will be MCQ based in this course, right?
Sir, this was a
Okay, sir.
problem solving
So we are
session,
not going
right?
to make.
Yes, yes, yes.
sir, I have a problem also to discuss. Can I go
Sure, sure.
forward with it?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I need to know whether the multiplication, the division, the integer division, or the modular division, which one is coming first for the precedence table? When which one should be operated first? In many places, it is saying the multiplication should be first. In other
Yes.
books and site, they are saying division, integer division, and modular division will be first, and the multiplication will
Basically,
be after that.
divisions. So you basically follow the BODMAS for all arithmetic operations. You always prefer the BODMAS method. Okay?
So by BODMAS,
Division.
the and
Division
then
should be first.
multiplication should be followed, right?
Yes.
Yes. So the in the division part, there are three division in Python. One is the simple division, one is integer division, another is modular division. So by in these three, what is the precedence among these three?
So in this three, I think all three have. So there is nothing called as a modular division, right? It's called modular operation. That's a different
Sorry,
operator.
modular operation. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So for integer division and float division, both have the same
Uh,
precedence.
okay.
Modulo comes below the division part.
So after division is the modular operation, right?
Yes.
Sir, the precedence is different from C language, right? C programming language.
No, it's similar. The precedence is similar. It's not a language specific precedence.
Hello, hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I was having some questions that, sir, today is my first lecture. I don't know much about this course. Sir, can you explain about this course? Because I have told to attend your lecture and join this course by my faculty teachers. So I don't know about this.
Sure. So this is the first lecture. This is the first lecture of this whole course. This is a week. This is a 4-week course, and we are currently in week one. The course is mainly aimed at, it's a beginner level course, okay? And what we'll be learning is how one can make use of Python to in data science. Okay, so when I mean data science, what I mean to say is how different data you can analyze, visualize, summarize, and derive insights from that data, and how we can use Python to play around with data. That is the whole basis of this course.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I need another question.
Yes.
For bitwise not, should the bitwise not operation take higher precedence than bitwise and? Bitwise not was not discussed in the slides.
So the same order that logical operator takes, same is the case with bitwise operators, but bitwise operators have a higher precedence.
So bitwise not is before bitwise and, right?
No. It's,
No, and is higher precedence.
yeah, correct. It's not
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this is the order. Either in bitwise or
So
logical.
not and then and then all,
Sir,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
sir, actually, I don't have any idea about bitwise operators. Will that be explained for beginner level in this course?
Yeah, sure. You just have to first go through the video lectures of week 1. It has already been discussed over there. If not, if you still have doubts, we might also cover this if majority of the people want this to be covered. We will do that.
Yes, yes. I have one
Sir,
question, sir.
where in
Again,
NPTEL should we
hello.
question about the exam center? Where should I put the question?
So first of all, you there is a discussion forum, right? So you maybe post it on the discussion forum. There are active students who will try to help you. And I think the last date for course registration is not out yet. Okay, the exam will happen much later. That's why the center hasn't been finalized yet. But yeah, I think you have to maybe email NPTEL support.
So if can I wait for unless and until the exam center is finalized, then I will register for the exam. Can I wait for that time?
No, I think the exam registration date is much earlier than it's before the center has been finalized. So I think it would be better if you email the NPTEL support because they can help you out with the center thing.
NPTEL support email. I have to put the question there, right? Okay. Thank you.
Very good evening, sir.
I have
Yes.
one question, sir.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Hello.
sir. I have one question, sir. As you said that the Python is used to manage the data and visualize the data. The same thing
Hear
can
you
be done by
completely.
the
Can you
power power.
please repeat louder? I can't hear you. Voice is
Python.
too slow.
So I have one question, sir, regarding you said that through Python we can manage the data and visualize the data. The same thing we can do through Power BI. So what are the difference between those two things?
Achha, you want to know the difference between Power BI and Python?
Sir, exam was online or direct, sir?
Exam is online, but you have to be present physically at the exam center.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yeah, can I?
can you explain assignment
My question was
operators?
not clear, no?
Okay, let's do one thing. I'll try to quickly go through what was covered in week 1. We'll in turn cover everything. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Excuse
Devinder,
me, sir.
yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, could you elaborate what do we need for becoming a quantitative analyst?
So becoming a quantitative analyst.
Yeah, sir.
I can't answer that right now. You'll have to look it up. That's a very different job description.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, so is it related to Python and data science?
Not necessarily. You can become a quantitative analyst by many people in quant finance. They work on C, C++ as well. Not necessarily a Python thing. But yeah, Python is a good tool to know. But yeah, the requirements are totally different than what you are asking here.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
I think my question was no not reached to you. I was asking that if you said that Python is used for managing and
Sir, we have to online
running
class
the
attend
task.
daily.
Sorry, I can't understand what you guys are saying. Hello.
Hello, sir. I'm
Sir, we have
audible.
attend to online class compulsory.
No. Tutorial session is not compulsory. This happens. This will happen once in a week. In fact, twice in a week. One is on Friday. One is on Saturday. Saturday I won't be taking. There is another TA. She will be taking the courses on Saturdays. I'll be taking on Fridays. This will happen for 4 weeks. 4 Fridays and 4 Saturdays.
What is Python, sir?
Sorry.
What is Python?
I am not sure I understand. Can you please repeat?
Sir, we'll start the session, sir.
Okay, let's start. Okay.
Hello, sir. Will there be programming assignments also?
Sorry, can you repeat? Okay, let me start. Okay, otherwise we won't get started. Okay, let's see. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so hello everyone. Before I start, I'll quickly introduce myself. So my name is Manav Mishra. I am one of the TA for this course. Okay, so I am currently a PhD student. My PhD topic is mainly in the area of robotics, and I work a lot in deep learning, more importantly in reinforcement learning. Okay, so I am currently a very senior PhD student. I'm in final semester, and I am doing my PhD at ICER Bhopal. So feel free to reach out to me off the course for any doubt whatsoever. You can find me on LinkedIn, follow me there. Happy to
Sir, bye, sir.
touch with you. Okay.
Sir, bye.
Yes. Okay, so we'll start with some basic stuff. Okay, so this course is called Python for Data Science, right? And I think a lot of people are joining for the first time. Let me maybe.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yes. Hi.
Sir, screen is not properly visible.
Can you guys see my screen? What I'm typing?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, it's quite visible.
Screen is not visible.
It's visible.
So you have to refresh your browser. If it's not visible, please consider refreshing your browser. Okay. And guys, please make use of the discussion forum, okay, on the NPTEL course web page that you see on the Swayam portal. There is a discussion portal. Any question that you have, please write it over there. There is an offline TA who is handling that discussion forum, and he'll try to answer most of the questions that you have over there. Okay. And if still there are any course related doubts, you feel free to ask me here as well. Okay. But yeah, all the questions related to exam centers, you should direct it to the offline TA over there. Okay. Okay. So let's begin. We are looking. Sorry, let's try this. We are only interested in very basic aspect of Python. Okay, and the domain that we are looking in here is data science. By the end of the course, you guys will have familiarity with what Python is. Okay, what do we mean by data science? How we can use Python to analyze data and make inferences about the data that is available to us. And you will also get some hands-on knowledge, in the duration of this course on how you can make use of Python to solve some basic problems. Okay, clear? The first question.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes. Yes, Ayushi.
Sir, in this course, we will only learn basic Python or we will also learn advanced Python?
This course is only aimed at the basic level Python. So this is a beginner level Python.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. I don't know how do I turn off the emoji. Okay, maybe I'll figure it out over time. But okay, let's continue. Data science. So I hope most of you guys have already looked at what week one content was floated. So can you guys maybe let me know what do you mean by data science? Anyone?
Insight from data.
Insight from data. What do you mean by that?
Like
Summarizing
Data
data.
science is a multidisciplinary field, sir.
The question is, what is data? First of all, I want to ask you, what do you mean by
Data
data?
is information, sir.
information.
Okay.
Data is the raw material.
Can you elaborate?
So it's the information from that is taken.
Okay, let's formalize it better. Data science is
Study of gathering.
data science is the science of analyzing raw data. Okay. So what do you mean by raw data? Raw data is a data that anyone can give it to you in bulk, and your aim is to make sense of that data. Okay. So this data could be anything. This could be if you make a purchase on Flipkart. So what Flipkart will do, they'll collect data of your order history, your age, your demographic location, and using all these data, so they have billions and billions of data. So they have analysts who sit down, they understand how the data looks like, where is the maximum likelihood of an order being placed from. And once you have a knowledge of the demography based on the data that is available to you, you can make informed decision on basically improving your sales over time. So this data is in the raw format, which is the information that you feed in. Okay. Now, an analyst's role is to make sense of the raw data. Okay. So data science is the science of analyzing and summarizing and making sense of this raw data that is available to you. Okay. This is useful in many industries to allow them to make better business decisions. Okay. Very simply put. Now, you might ask, what are like some examples where data science could be useful? Okay. So I'll probably mention one or two use cases. One is the domain of healthcare. Okay. So healthcare mainly uses data for doing something called as predictive analysis. Okay. So you go with all your symptoms. The doctor has access to lot and lot of case studies and symptoms of many different patients. Once you have the data, can you make a predictive analysis to identify the cause of the root cause of a particular disease as such? Okay.
Yeah.
That is one use case.
सर आप जब तक समझा रहे हो तब तक सभी के माइक अगर म्यूट रहे तो अच्छा रहेगा, अगर आपके साइड से सभी से के म्यूट कर दे तो।
चलो ठीक है, I'll do that. Okay, if you muted the mic, please make use of the chat to ask questions. I will carry on. So in retail, like I said, it can be used for personalized marketing. Like for example, Amazon or YouTube, when you view any video on YouTube, or a group of people view a particular video, or a group of people view a certain product on Amazon, then once you have the data, like how many times each link is being visited, so based on that, you have new information on how you can do personalized marketing. Okay, and also for inventory optimization. Okay, mainly this can be used by corporations like Amazon, where you have a limited warehouse, and once you know the demand side of every product, you can optimize how you can stock up your inventory. Okay, this is one major application of data in retail. Third is agriculture. Agriculture, there is something called as precision farming. Okay, so precision farming basically is the science where farmers have access to a lot of data. You basically know the life cycle of each crop. You are aware of the quality of each fertilizer, all the soil that you are using, the seasonal data. So once you have access to all these data, so can the farmer use those data to help make precise do precision farming, to make precise decision based on the data, so that they can optimize its yield. Okay, so say yield prediction is one application. Okay, so I have just listed three very simple applications for data science, but there can be many other industries where data can be used. So these are not only limited to these three domains. There can be multiple other domains as well. Okay, these are just few examples. Okay, so a typical data has these perspectives. Okay, what you are doing is, whenever you have access to any sort of data, you typically follow these 5 processes in that particular order to make sense of the data. Okay, one is you read the data, next is you process. When I say process, you basically clean up the data. So data in its raw form is very noisy. Okay, so when you have access to a lot of data, first you need to filter out all the unwanted noises out. You want to clean up the data, make it in a readable format, like probably put it on an Excel file or any CSV format. Then once you have the data which is processed, then you aim to summarize the data. So when you say summarize the data, you are mainly trying to like if you have, let's say, multiple columns, you want to summarize and reduce the number of columns. Then you want to visualize how the data should be, and finally you derive insights from that. So let me probably open the mic if you guys have questions. I think a lot of people have questions. Yeah, please go on. Let me see how data processing and cleaning is implemented. Okay, we'll cover that in time. So when we'll look at the examples, we will see how this cleaning and other processes are carried out. No, we'll do practical also. I'll just quickly cover most of the things that are covered. Okay, maybe I'll skip the data part. Let's directly go to Python. Okay, I think that is the important part. I think we have less time. I also need to cover some practical aspects of it. Okay, I hope this is fine with you guys. So data types in Python. Python in its native form has more or less 5 data types. One is called as Boolean. When I say Boolean data type, what I mean is your data can only take the form of true or false. So every variable that you have can either be true or false. That's what we mean by Boolean. Second is integer. So integer is basically any whole number or negative as well. So it's all the numbers in the integer domain. So it could be something like -1, -3, 0, 55, etc. These are all integer data types. Okay. Next up, we have float. Float is basically something that has a decimal point attached to it. For example, 3.14. Okay. Or let's say we have 4.0 or -1.3. All these come under the float class. So everything that has a decimal point and other following number, it's the float data type, which are not integer basically. These are all the real numbers that you have. Okay. Next up, you have the complex data type. So maybe something like 3 plus 4i, or let's say -1 minus 5j. All the numbers in the complex space are the complex data types. And lastly, you have string. Strings are all such data types that can be defined inside a parenthesis or inside a double quote. Sorry, not parenthesis, double quote. Like for instance, hi, or let's say John. It could be a number like 1. Okay. The moment I put a double quotes, it is a string data type. Okay. So these are the 5 major data types. Now, typically in C programming, you have to declare the data type of a variable when you are defining a variable. Okay. But in Python, that is not the case. Okay, so data assignment or data type definition is implicit in Python. You don't have to beforehand define that. Those of you who are familiar with other programming languages, if not, you please ignore that. Yeah, strings also work with single quotes as well. It can either be single quote and it can be in double quotes. Both are acceptable for string data type. Okay. Next up, we have the list of operators, right? So look at operators. So the first type of operators is known as arithmetic operators. Difference between I and J in complex domain. Okay, so I and J are more or less the same. Both of them denote the imaginary plane, right? Yeah, I'll go there. So I and J basically denote the complex plane. So if you look, many electrical and electronics engineers or many people with a control domain background, they mainly use J to denote the complex plane, and many physicists and mathematicians denote I, but they both mean the same thing. Now let me go with the arithmetic operation. Plus, you guys know what plus operation does. So if I have two variables, let's say A, and I have B, or let's say before that, let me clear it up. And let's say my A value is 10, and let's say my B value is 20. Or let's not go with 20, let's go with 5. Okay. When I say plus, that means I take these two operands and add a plus sign to it. So the output would be 15 in this case. Okay, minus, what I mean is you have A minus B, so your output would be 5. This implies multiplication, so you do A times B and your output should be 50. Then division, you have A divide B, and then this equals to 2. Okay, there's another operator called like this. Okay, so this is what we call as integer division. Okay, so this, if I look at the output, it will still be 2. But let's say for instance, A was 11 and B was 5. Okay, so if I do A double forward slash B, the output should be 2. It basically forces the output to be an integer. Even though it's a float, it forces the output to be an integer. Okay, and lastly, you have the modulo operator. So modulo operator, what it does is, so you first divide B with A, then whatever is the remainder, you write that as your modulo. That is the result of the modulo operation. Okay. So when I divide 5, when I do 10 divided by 5, the remainder is 0. Okay. So this is only useful in integer division aspects, right? I'll also cover the order of precedences of all operations, but I don't think you will need that. Okay, repeat A double dash, right? A double dash is again division, but the output, it forces the output to be an integer. For example, let's say you have to divide 11 double mod 3. Okay, so the output of this operation would be 3. Okay, clear? If I do 11 divided by 3, the output would be 3.66. But in this case, if I do double dash, it means the output is 3. Okay. And there's another operator which is called, sorry. So this is the double multiplication, right? So this is called the power operation. The result of 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2.2. It's a float. As by default, if I use a single dash, it is float. No, it doesn't take the nearest integer. It ignores whatever comes after the decimal point. It's not the nearest operator. Even if the result is, let's say, 3.99, it will return the output as 3. Okay, so this basically means the power operator. So if I write something like A star star B, this typically means A raised to the power of B. Okay. Yes, double dash is the floor division. It gives you the quotient. Correct. Yeah, it's a floor operator. Okay, this is the power operator. Double star basically means the power operator. Okay. Clear? Let's move to the assignment operator. Yes, that is the exponential operator, double star. In the assignment operator, let's say we go with the same example, A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 5. Okay. So in mathematics, equal to sign denotes that left hand side and right hand side are the same. But in programming, this single equal to doesn't mean the same equal to that you mean in mathematics. Okay. So if I write something like A is equal to 10, what I actually mean is that is something like this. Okay. So when I write A is equal to 10, what I mean to say is that A is a variable to which I am assigning the value of 10. Okay. So that's what I mean by the equal operation. It is also called as the assignment operator. Okay. Clear? Okay. few examples where floor division is used. What do you mean by examples? Okay, I'll carry on. Okay, this is the assignment operator. Assignment basically means you are assigning the value to a particular variable. When I write a is equal to 10, I am assigning the value of 10 to the variable a. That's why it's called the assignment operator. Okay. So let me clear it and write it better. You have the equal to operation. Then when I write it, what I mean to say is a is equal to 10, b is equal to 5. This is basically the assignment operator. Next is something called as plus equal to. So when I write something as equal to as plus equal to, so let's say I write a plus equal to b. What it actually means is I am saying a is equal to a plus b. Meaning, so okay, so if I look at this equation mathematically, it won't make a lot of sense. Okay, but remember, CS in computer science and in programming, this equal to operation has a different meaning. So when I say a is equal to a plus b, what I mean to say is I will take the value of a, I'll add it with the value of b, and whatever is the result, I will assign it to the variable a. Okay, so at the end of this, the result of this operation would be 15. Okay, this is the meaning of the assignment operation here. And similarly, you have minus equal to. So when I write a minus equal to b, what it actually means is a is assigned the value of a minus b. Similarly, you have multiply equal to, and so when I write something like this, what I mean is a is assigned the value of the product of a and b. Similarly, you have this, you also have this. So when I write something like this or something like this, so here it means that a is assigned the value of normal division between a and b, and in here a is assigned the floor division value of a and b. Okay, this is all in that we have in assignment operation. Okay, next up we have all the relational operators. Okay, so when I say relational operators, I'll quickly list them out. We have less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, double equal to, and equal to. So all these operators that you have, yes, you can also write a exponential equal to b. That is also allowed. Okay, let me write it here. You can also okay, I don't have space, but yeah, sure. Okay, so for relation operation, it is a comparator operation. Okay, and in the comparator operation, the output is always a boolean. When I say boolean, what I mean to say is the output of this operation is either true or false, nothing else in between, right? And this is kind of expected as well. Is my screen visible or is it stuck? Please, maybe in the chat, you guys can tell. Can you see my screen? You can see my screen, right? I think it is stuck for me. No, this course doesn't have separate programming assignments. Let me see. Can you let me reshare the screen probably? Oh, okay, I guess it's visible now. Okay, so again, going back to the same example. Let's say you have A is 10 and you have B is 5. Okay. So if I write A less than B, what should the output be? Hello. Okay. So if I write A less than B, the output should be false. Awesome. Similarly, if I have A greater than B, the output should be true. Okay. Then A greater than equal to B, true. Sorry, should be less than equal to. Here A greater than equal to B. My bad. Sorry. This is false. This is true. Okay, now we come to the double equal to part. Okay. So this double equal to is basically the equality operation. So when I say A double equal to B, what I mean to say is A equal to B. Okay. So if I use a single equal sign, this is what we mean by the assignment operator. Basically, A is assigned the value of B. If I write A is equal to B, it means A is assigned the value of B. But if I write A double equal to B, that means I am asking the question, is A equal to B or not? So in this case, the answer should be false. Okay, and similarly, you have not equal to. This is not equal to a operator. So this is also true because A and B are not equal, right? This is the truth table for this. On top of that, you have the logical operators. In logical operators, you are dealing with booleans. Okay, so you have an operation called as or, you have and you have not. Okay, so I'll use the same example that classes. Yes, this session will be uploaded in this web page. You will find it in all the sessions uploaded. You will also find the PDF that I'm writing. This will also be uploaded over there. Don't worry. Okay, again, let's say you have A is 10 and B is 5. If I write something like this, sorry, this will be and. Okay, in this case, the OR operation will give us true if any of them two are true. Okay, so if let's say A greater than B, so in this case, let's say A greater than B is true, but A less than B is false. Okay, so the resultant of true true or false is actually a true. Okay, similarly, this is true, this is false. In AND operation, only if both of them are true, then the resultant will be true. So in this case, it will be false because true and false is false. And this is the not operation. So is A equal to B? The answer is false. So this is false. So when I use a not operation, the resultant would be true. Okay, I'm negating the value of whatever is inside the bracket. Okay, whatever I'm saying is A is not equal to B in this case. Okay, clear? Awesome. Last, we look at bitwise operation. Okay, so this is mainly used for integers. Okay, there are two bitwise operators. One is bitwise or and one is bitwise and. Okay, we'll discuss what both mean. So let's say your A is 5 and your B is 7. Okay, now the question we ask is, what is the bitwise OR of A and B? Okay, when do you use bitwise example versus logical operation? Okay, so if the operands that you have are both Boolean in nature, then you use logical operation. If the operands that you have are integer in nature, then you have to use bitwise operation. Okay, here A and B are both integers. In the earlier case, the two operands that you had were true or false. Both were Boolean. That's why you use the logical operation. Okay, so when I say A bitwise OR of B, so what I'm saying is I'll first convert whatever value I have, whatever integer value I have, into its decimal equivalent. Okay, so if I were to write 5 in its decimal form, let's move this somewhere here. Let me rewrite it. So A is 5, B is 7. Okay. So let's say A in its decimal form, if I write it in the 4-bit format, so it should look like 0, 1, 0, 1. And similarly, B should look like 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So when I say bitwise OR, I am comparing each of these integer values independently. Okay. So when I say A bitwise OR, what I'm looking at is, let's look at the last integer, 1 or 1. 1 or 1. So here 1 denotes true, 0 denotes false. Okay. In integers, 1 is true, 0 is false. Okay. So 1 bitwise OR 1. The answer should be 1. Okay. Then 0 bitwise OR 1 should be 1. This is 1 and this is 0. Okay. So if I convert it to its decimal form, it would be 7. Okay, I'll repeat. Okay, I'll repeat the bitwise OR again. Let me erase everything from here. Let's go step by step. Okay. Okay. You have A is 5. Okay. If I were to write 5 in its decimal equivalent form, okay. So what I'll do is, if I write it in its 4-bit form, so 5 can be represented as 0, 1, 0, 1 in decimal form. Okay. You don't know the conversion. I think it should be okay. You won't use bitwise operations most of the time, but yeah, probably you can take a look at some article on how you can convert an integer value to its decimal format. But this is just example to make you understand how the bitwise operation works. Okay, so don't worry on that. B is 7, so its decimal equivalent would be 0, 1, 1, 1. What I'm saying in bitwise operation is, you have each individual bits. Okay, so now you are comparing all the bits independently. So when I say, let's say if I were to use the OR operation, okay. So if I were to, let's say, use the OR operation, so let's say you call it as the OR operation. So what is 1 bitwise OR 1? What is the value of that? If bit is greater than 4, then you make it into an 8-bit. So let's say bit is greater than 4, so you write it like this. Okay, this is the 8-bit representation. Okay, as the number of bit increases, 4 it increases. So I'm using the OR operation. Okay, it's a bitwise OR. So 1 or 1, the answer would be 1. Basically, think of 1 as true. So true or true, answer is true. True or false, answer is true. True or true, answer is true. This is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I hope you guys know the truth table for OR, right? So if you have 1 and 1 in OR, the answer would be 1. If you have 0 and 0, yeah. Okay, let me write it in a neater way. So if you have both operands as 0, if you have one of them as 0 and one of them as 1, and the other way around, and in this way, the output, so this is the input and this is the output for the OR operation. Okay, so 0 or 0 is 0, 0 or 1 is 1, 1 or 0 is 1, and 1 or 1 is 1. Okay, this is for the OR operation, bitwise OR. Okay, and this is for the bitwise AND. Okay, so you have this as the input and this as the output. So you have, let's say, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, or 1, 1. So 0 and 0 is 0. 0 and 1 is again 0, because you need both of them to be true. 1 and 0 is 0, and 1 and 1 is 1. Okay, this is the truth table. If I give it any two operands, you can tell me what is the output, resultant output. So in this case, I am doing the bitwise OR. Okay, so I'm using the bit OR operation in this case. So I am comparing all the bits individually, 1 and 1. If I perform the OR operation, the output will be 1. 0, 1 is 1, 1, 1 is 1, and 0, 0 is 0, and rest follows Okay, so I have this as the output, and if I convert it back to its decimal format, this will be 7. Okay, similarly, if I do the bit AND operation, I'll again write the decimals in their bit form. Okay, but now I'm using the AND operation in this case. So you have 1 and 1 is 1, 0 and 1 is 0, 1 and 1 is 1, then 0, 0 is 0. These all are 0. So if I convert it to its decimal format, it would be 5. Okay. Clear? Are we clear with bitwise operation? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Any questions? No. All clear, I guess. Awesome. Okay, last, I think everybody is interested in this question. What is the order of preference, right? Or what is the order of precedence in all the operators? Okay, you guys maybe start helping me out. I'll write it as you guys help me out. Okay. What is the first operand that you will look at? We'll discuss how we can implement in Spider, don't worry. Okay. First is bracket. Okay. Parenthesis. Second is the exponential operator. Okay. Next is your BODMAS rule. Okay. This could either be this or this. Okay. Next up, you have the modulo. Okay. Next, you have the multiplication. Then you have the plus and minus, both have the same preference. Okay. These are all the arithmetic operations. These always have a higher preference. Okay. This is the order. This is the order of preference. Okay. Then next comes bitwise and bitwise or bitwise not. This is the bitwise not. Okay. Clear? After that, you have all the relational operators. You have your double equal to, you have not equal to, you have your this values and these values. Okay. These are all the relational operators. And after that, finally, you have the logical operators. You have not, you have and, or you have or. Clear, or did I mess up somewhere? I think this comes before, or I think you write it like this. Yeah. I will share these notes. Don't worry. It will be shared on the Swayam portal. Okay, there is a question which is being asked since a long time. Let me answer that. Ram Kumar asked this question. You have A is 10. You have B is 5. By the way, is this an assignment question? Can you please let me know? I don't want to reveal the answer to the assignment question. Is it a part of the assignment question? Hello. I wouldn't want to answer this question if it's a part of the assignment. Let me check. Let me check. Bitwise not is higher than bitwise and. I think there is nothing called as bitwise and in this case, right? It's always the logical operator. There is no such operation bitwise not. Clear? Okay, let me go. Back. Assignment you submitted on the Swayam portal itself. I don't know Tamil, sorry. I hope it's clear. Any questions? Maybe I'll. Okay, let's take 2 minutes for question answers. Guys, please. Any question?
Sir, sir, the bitwise node will be the negative of the result of
Yes.
any bitwise operation, I think.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Yes.
So there is nothing called as a bitwise not. Okay.
Not.
Because bitwise not is a unary operator. Okay. I have to don't have a
And
unary
so,
operator.
yeah. And the bitwise operator will be before the relational operator.
Bitwise operators will always come before the relational operators.
Sir, after the assignment and before the relational, right?
After the assignment. No, assignment operator is doesn't have any precedence. It's a unary operator. Okay. So this assignment operator is something very different.
Yeah.
Sir,
So
may I ask
where
some
will be the
question?
bitwise operator in the precedence?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Sir,
Where will be the bitwise operator in the precedent table?
This is the order. Okay. So let me write the order here. This is preference, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th,
So
and
these
12th.
are the logical operator you're telling here. I'm talking about the bitwise and the not.
This is the bitwise and then bitwise or. This is bitwise and this is bitwise or.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir,
can you may I ask a question?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, multiplication has a higher precedence than modulo, is it not, sir?
Is it so? I'm not sure. Can somebody please confirm?
Yes, sir. And also the not is having a lower precedence than and, I think, logical.
No, not operation will always have a higher precedence. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Okay. Think
Yeah.
of this example. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's say the question is not of. Let's write it like this.
Yes.
This or this. The
Yeah.
not is a unary operator. You are anyway solving the parenthesis first, right? So you will first solve the not.
No, I supposed to evaluate inside the braces. I mean, inside the bracket. Then not no.
Okay. First solve the parenthesis, right? So
Yes.
let's say this is not of
Yeah.
true.
True. True. Other one is R of false.
Yes, this is the
Yeah.
this is precedence.
Yeah. Then
Sir,
I will.
may I ask some question?
Sir, sir.
Yes, yes, yes,
We
yes.
are not completed this question. Please.
Sir,
So
what is slicing, sir?
sorry.
What is slicing, sir? Slicing.
We'll discuss that in next week. Don't worry.
Kindly, yeah, let us solve
What
this.
is bitwise operator? I want a correct definition.
Bitwise operator. You are taking two operands, two integer operands, and you are applying the and or between two integers. That is called as bitwise and bitwise or. When the both left hand side and right hand side of both the both the operands are integers, then it's bitwise. If both the operands are boolean, then it is logical.
Sir, can you explain the bitwise left shift and right shift operators? Once again, please.
We haven't gone there yet. We'll cover it in due time. Okay. Before that, yeah, let's go back to the original question. I
Sir,
think.
can you just show the screen once? The precedence table.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
precedence table. I
Yes,
mean,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, notes are uploaded in NPTEL note course, sir.
Yes, yes, it will be uploaded
Okay,
on the
sir.
same web page. It will be uploaded. Don't worry.
the logical and bitwise and both are first and then the or,
Yes,
right?
and comes before or.
Or yeah. But in the explanation at lectures, they have shown or before and. That's why I'm confused.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably I'll verify it and in the final PPT that I upload, I'll put the correct
Order
order.
of precedence.
Okay, you can give it in the forum also.
Yes, sure. Sure. Okay, guys. What we'll do is we'll now look at the practical side of it. I am muting everyone. Please. Uh, but the question is now, if I share my screen, I won't be able to see your questions now. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. I will keep you guys. I'll not explicitly mute you guys, but please don't speak all at once.
Okay.
Only my request. I'll
Okay, sir.
stop sharing this screen and what's the time? We have half an hour, right?
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Can you see what I'm showing on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. So
Yes, sir.
I have opened the Spider application. Now there were many questions that can we use Jupyter? Can we use Spider? Can we use Visual Codes? Can we use PyCharm? Any IDE is fine as long as you get the job done. Okay.
Okay.
The reason why we use Spider is because it is very beginner friendly. What do I mean by beginner
How to
friendly?
install, sir?
How to install?
Sir, I have no idea about tools. Can you guide me, sir?
Which tool are you talking about? Like Spider? Sure, we'll guide. We'll
Yes,
guide.
sir, like Spider and Jupyter.
Sure. We are focusing on Spider in this tutorial session. Maybe next week we can cover Jupyter if most of you agree upon it. But I think there are a lot of things that we still have to cover. But I'll guide you about Spider. Okay. What you see in front of me is the Spider home screen. Okay. So this is an application that you can download from Google or Spider on your Google browser. You have the list of instructions how you can install Spider. And if you're using a Windows system, you might have to install Python. Okay. Because I'm using a Mac system, I already have Python pre-installed in my system. If you use Ubuntu, you have Python pre-installed, but in Windows, you will have to check. Okay. This is the Spider application that you have.
Sir, can we use VS Code also?
You can use VS Code. You can use Jupyter. You can use any IDE of your choice. It's fine. Okay. Now, the screen that you see on the left hand side, where I'm moving my cursor, okay, this is the part where you write the code script. Okay, so let's say this is a small code that I have written. So this is like a 3-line code that I have written, and then I save it. I save it in by the name of new code.py. Okay, so all Python codes that you have, the file type is .py. For every Python code, the file type is .py. Okay, if you write any other extension, the compiler won't recognize that it's a Python file. You have to be careful about that. Okay, and this is the path where I have stored my code. Okay, and here you will see all the different variables that are used in the code and how they work. Okay, so there is this button called run. So if I click this, it will run the entire code over here in the console. Okay, so what is the result of this code? Okay, so it says A is 11, B is A times 10. I want to print A comma B. So the final output would be whatever is the value of A comma B, I am printing it. So here you see A is 11 as it is, and B takes the value of 110. Is this clear? If I do this, it will run the entire script as it is. Okay. Then there is another operation called run selection. Okay. Or you can press F9 to run this. So what you do is you select a particular line, and if you use this, it will only run that particular line. So if you see, it has only run A is equal to 11. Okay. Let me clear everything think for now. Okay, let's do run selection. Let's do one by one. I first ran a is equal to 11. Okay, so here in the whole Python file, I used a variable by the name of a. Its type is int. Okay, its value is 11 and its size is 1. Size is 1 means it's a scalar. Okay, then next line if I run, I get b is equal to a times 10. In this case, b is integer and it takes a value of 110. And if I finally print what is a comma b, I get and 110. Okay, now there is another operation called type. Okay, so if I write type of a and if I print it, okay, I print type a, what should be the value, and type b. What do you think should the output be of this operation?
Integer.
Integer.
Would be integer.
Integer.
It would be integer. There is another thing that you can do in Python is you can force a change in data type. Okay, so here a and b are both integer. We agree, right? Now, if I say float of a,
Yeah.
okay,
Yes.
and I say float of b, that means I'm explicitly forcing the variables to change its data type.
Yes.
So I do print of a comma b, and if I run this, save and run, there is an issue. Okay, there is an extra parenthesis. I'll run this. Still shows int. Okay.
You have to assign. You have to assign that to something, right? Yeah.
Do this.
Yes. No.
Sorry. Okay, next, what I can do is, let's say I have another data type called my name. Okay, and let's say this data type is, this is a string. Okay, because I have written it inside a double quote, it's a string. Okay,
We
now
should ask type, sir. Previous one, we should not. We didn't ask the type. No, simply we are forcing. Then we have to check again the type. No, then only we'll get the float of this.
you get no C is float. You have
Here. I am talking about in the output window. Here we should ask for type of C
Sure.
and D. Yeah,
Sure.
type of C and D. Then we may get a float of float.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see that also.
Yes.
Okay, let's select all these things and do a, sorry, let's select these part and do a, okay. Should select this, run. Okay, now you get float, and these are the output of these line 16 to line 21. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Similarly, let's say I have defined another variable called my name. Okay. Now I want to convert my name in int is equal to, sorry. You have int of my name. Okay. Now, what do you think the output would be? Let's say, let's print type of my name.
Be an error.
There'll be an error, right?
No, it can be converted into.
You can convert it, right?
It can convert string to integer is float is not correct.
Now let's run this part specifically. See, you have string and then you have int. Okay.
Yes.
Now let's say something else. Let's ask my age. Okay, and let's say my age. I'm writing in string because mainly what you see in Excel file are all in string format. Okay, so you first need to convert it to a number, or integer or float. Let's say my age is 28.0. Okay.
Yes.
Now I want my age in float. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll say float
type my age
of my age. Okay, now I'll just do this here, and I'll, instead of my name, I'll write my age, and then my age in float. Okay, Now it should pop up over here. Okay, we have my age. Okay, value is 28. This is the string, and this is 28. 1. Why do you see this 4 here? Can anyone explain?
Size,
4
that is
bytes.
4 bytes. 4 bytes.
Exactly. That's 4 bits, right? 1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4. That's why you have size of 4. Okay, clear?
Yes. Yes.
Now, when it won't work, okay, my, let's say, new age. If I, let's say, new variable, I define it as ONE1. Okay, now if I say that new variable in I want to do this. Int of new variable. What do you think the output would be?
Error. It will throw error.
It will throw an error. Why do you think it will throw an error?
Because that is not integer, right?
It cannot be converted to
It
number.
Yes.
Exactly. It cannot be converted easily, so it will throw an error. See, it says invalid literal for int. Okay, ONE, you cannot convert it to integer. Okay. Now, in the console, okay, if you want to clear the console, you simply type clear, it will clear everything. But if you go to the history, you will find all the history of all the commands that you have that have appeared in the Python console. So if I have just cleared everything out here.
Sir, this is VS Code, right?
Sorry?
This spider. This spider only, no, sir? IDE?
Spider. This is spider.
Yeah.
This is spider. Okay. And another thing is in the variable part, you can also change the values. In this case, the value thing. So let's say A is 11. Okay. If I make it 15. Now if I write A, it will show 15. Okay. If I print A, it will show 15 in here. I can change it to let's say 35. Let's say 3. So now A is 3. Okay. Here I can change it to 50. Okay. So now B is 50. Now
This is like a runtime assigning the value.
yes,
Is it?
runtime assignment. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Now if I do
this,
what do you think the output would be?
A equal to A plus. That's
No,
not.
it's multiply. A star equal to B.
Then it will multiply that. B.
What is the value? What do you think the output would be?
150.
Yeah, one second. 50.
150.
150.
And 150 will
150, sir.
which variable?
A.
A variable.
variable. If I press enter,
Yes,
here,
sir.
it should become 150. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, right?
See, A
I'm
became.
unable to hear your audio.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. Great.
Yes, sir.
Check your connection then. Okay. Now, another question. B minus equal to A. What do you think what do you think will happen in this case?
B will become 100.
Minus
100. Let's see.
Minus 100.
Minus 100.
Here, right, we can minus 100 because it is B is equal to B minus A. Okay. Here. Any other interesting operation that you want me to try?
Sir, your audio is not working, sir.
Not working.
No, sir, it is perfect.
Fine. Let me. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay, I have made A to be 5. Sorry, A to be 10 and B is 5. Okay, let's make it 13 and 5. Okay, now I think a lot of people had this question. If I do this, A int division of B, what do you think the output would be?
2.
2.
Clear? And which value will become 2?
2.
Which variable will become 2?
A.
No. I'm not assigning it to any variable. Okay, so this is a temporary variable it will create. It will show output is 2. No variable and the value of 2. It's a single
Yes, sir.
one-line operation. But if I do this, then A will become 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, let's go back to 10 again. Let me clear the console. Okay, now maybe you had some question about the modulo part, right? You
Yeah.
wanted to
Yes.
know about
Yeah.
which has the higher
Yes, multiplication or modulo.
multiplication or modulo.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Okay.
Yes.
Change it. Let's change. Let's force int c is equal to int of c. Let's force c to be integer for now. Okay. Now, if I want to do a times b modulo c, what should be the
Okay, I will take it a into b 50 divided by c 3. Then it will be 48, right?
2, right?
Okay. Yeah. 3.
So some of them says the answer
50
should
by
be 2. If you take multiplication as the higher preference, okay. But if you take a modulo as the higher preference, the output should be
yeah. Then v by that is v 1 into 10, is it? B by c. When I take 5 by 3, the remainder is going to be 2. So 2 into 10, 20 supposed to be. Yeah.
So it should be either 2.
Yeah.
So based on the output, you can determine what the precedence is. What
Okay, let's see.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Yes, 2.
Yes.
Yes, sir. B minus is equal to
B minus is equal to
A, sir. I could not understand the answer to that.
So, sir, so as of now, the multiplication has the higher precedence, correct, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You couldn't understand B minus equal to A, right? So when I
Yes,
say,
sir.
I'll just write it here. When I say B minus equal to A, you look on the left side, it actually means B is equal to B minus A. So whatever is the value of B minus A, it will be stored in B.
Yeah. So I also asked one more question: not and which is the higher precedence? And logical side.
Okay. Let's see. Let's make B to be 5. Let's make B to be 5.
Yes.
Okay. Let's clear this. Your question is not of
not or and which is higher precedence between and not.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
A.
Yes. Let's say A and B, not of again. We'll
Okay,
just
let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Okay, I'll define.
Yeah.
Where one is equal to true. Okay, I'll define where 2 is equal to false. Okay, I've defined 2 new variables. Okay. Now,
yeah.
This
yes.
Not of
okay.
Where 1. See, both are different. They both operate on different scales, right? Because one is a unary operator, one is a binary operator. So you can't directly compare them as it is.
But I saw one question, sir. They're asking which has got higher precedence is the not or and. They yeah, specifically they asked this question.
And will follow first, right?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm also telling, sir. And should have the higher precedence. Once after and is evaluated, then I should supposed to negate it.
Okay, let's look at an alternative example then.
But in this, sir, we have the brackets, no? So that's why it will take the and only.
Something called not of this.
Why we took var?
Why I choose var 1? You can choose any name. I can choose your name as well as a variable. That's a convention. You can use A, B, X, Y, C, Q, anything is fine. Okay, now let's look at this. Not of var 1 and var 2. Okay.
Okay. The false. Finally, true should be the answer now.
So it should be false, no?
I mean, one you are telling true, another is you are telling false. So when I and it, I supposed to get false. Again, noting it, I'm going to get a true.
No, this part is true.
No, yeah, where one is true, where
no,
two is false.
So where 1 is true, I'm first doing a not operation on where.
Oh, you are telling. Oh, okay, separately you are telling. Let us.
It depends on the way you write it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You are writing the way different. See, in this case, if I say where 1 ANDed with where 2 within the parentheses, then I am noting it. Then and will be the precedence.
That's because of the parenthesis.
Yeah, if you simply write in as you say unary way, then not will be evaluated first. Yes, sir.
Both are different scales. That's the whole point that I'm trying to make.
No, I think anything within the parenthesis is the first preference.
Yeah, sir is telling without
Anything,
parenthesis. Without
anything you're right. I think any operation
yeah, that is higher
within the
precedence.
parenthesis is So that's why see where one and where two, it's false actually. So
Let me not
not a false is true.
Let sir speak.
Let me not use where one. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not using any parenthesis.
Yeah.
Now what do you think should happen?
Yeah, this will be negated first. Where one will be negated first.
Not
then it will be false. False ended with the false.
False and false. Will false. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that means not has a higher preference, right? Between not and not has a higher preference.
Higher precedence.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thanks, sir.
I have one question between multiplication and modulus.
Okay. We'll go there. Just before that, let's see this.
Okay.
This is true. Because not has a higher preference, right? True and not of false.
Yes. Not
okay.
of
Yes. So the question is multiplication and modulo, right?
Yeah, multiplication and modulus. Yes.
Okay. Let's
yeah, the same
A
example.
B is 5, C is 3.
Yeah.
Like I said, A times B modulo C.
C.
What do you think the answer should be?
Just now we evaluated, sir, those things.
Yeah.
Already you have done this.
Yes.
2 is the answer. Already you have gone through this. Actually.
So here 5 by 3 would be 2.
No. 50 by 3, that will be 2.
By 3.
It's a modulo operation. 50 by 3 is 48, remainder is 2. So I'm getting remainder. Just before you explain, sir, this. Just before.
Yes.
Before coming to not.
So in this case, my question is modulus is first priority?
No.
Multiplication.
Modulo actually comes at the end of all the operation. Modulo is not an arithmetic operation as such, right? I mean, it's part of it's a family of the arithmetic operation, but first you follow BODMAS. I think I wrote it incorrectly in the lecture slides, right?
Sir,
yes.
All of them are in the same precedence, but left to right, it will take, no, sir?
Yes, if order of preference is same, then it will take it from left to right. You're correct.
Oh, okay. In the notes, actually, you wrote modulus as first priority. Then
I'll correct it.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Modulus is first priority, then multiplication.
Yes. You can verify it yourself as well. Instead of this, you can do this simple operation and verify it yourself. Within like 2 or 3 examples, you can figure out the order of preference yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'll just explain a few code that I have. I'll also share this in the folder when I'll share all the information. So this is a print operation. Okay. So this is a script called code_1.py. Okay. Let's as it is. Okay. Let me close this. I have code1.py. Okay. So what I'm saying is I have defined a variable called name. So your name is called John Doe. So by the way, anything I write with a hashtag, that is not compiled by Python. Okay. So anything after that hashtag is a comment. Okay. So hashtag is just to make my life easier. So if I want to, let's say, explain this to you, if I don't use a comment, then it is very difficult for someone else to understand what I have written. Okay.
Yes.
So it's a way to make your life easier. So you first assign a variable called, okay, let's go line by line. That's the best way we can do, right? Let me delete everything. Let me clear all the console. Okay.
Your screen can be zoomed because characters looks very small.
Sure, let's try. Yeah. Can I zoom it?
Yeah.
How do I zoom it? Let's see. Awesome.
Yes.
Is it fine?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Let's start one by one. Okay. Name is John Doe. Okay. Name is a variable. It has value John Doe, size 8, type string. Next, age, height. Okay. Float and int respectively. Okay. Now I want to print it. Whenever I want to print anything that I have, within the double quote will be printed as it is, exactly, no change.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I print line 20, it will print whatever is written inside double quotes as it is.
Yeah.
So it will print welcome to the beginner Python script along with an exclamation mark. If I put a comma, it will print all the two things with a space. So if I print your name is colon and put a comma, so whatever comes next will be printed with a space. So when I write name, it will print whatever is the value of name. Okay, it won't name type size as such.
So it means comma gives the space.
Comma is basically a way to print multiple things together. So if I write print A comma B comma C, so it will print the value of A space value of B space value of C.
Okay.
Okay, so it should print.
Yeah, John Doe.
No, it didn't print it, right? Here. Let's go here. Line 21. It says your name is space John Doe. Okay. You are age, years old, and height feet tall. So it tells you you are 25 years old and 5.9 feet tall. Now here you see the use case of variables. If I change the value of age to be let's say 35, okay, I've changed it, and if I print it again, so now it says you are 35 years old and 5.9 feet tall. I can change the value of this. Let's say make it 6.2. Okay. So now you have. So basically, I am only changing the value of the variables. I'm not touching the code at all.
Formatting you're not doing.
I'm not touching the formatting.
Yes.
Only thing I'm controlling is line 13, 14, and 15.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a simple printing state. I'll also discuss some more complicated way on how you can print stuff. But another interesting thing. Okay. I have written name is equal to John Doe. Okay. Let's say I write name is equal to input. What is your name? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I print it, I'll start from here.
Run. Yeah.
I'll run from this line. I'm line 17. Okay. So it will first when I write something as input, that means I have to input something. What is your name? Let's put a space. Okay. Let's say, what is your name? All right. So what it did is whatever I inputted, it stored that value in name. Okay, directly.
Okay. Now print my name.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So the size of float should be 4, right?
Size of float should be 4, right?
So int is 1, float is 4.
No.
Isn't it?
No. Every scalar value is of size 1. Okay, let me clarify it even better. Okay. If I write something inside the string, let's say I write John. Okay. So how Python understands it is like this. It will create a list. It will be like this: J O H and N. So now whatever is the length of this list, it will call it as a size. Okay. If I define it as new name is equal to John, and let's say I comment this out. This is not true. But let's say if I write this, the size would be 4. Okay. We run this. Okay. This is size 4. Now let's say I write new age. Okay. Let's say 25. So how Python interprets it is like this. It will read it like this directly. So its size is 1. Okay. And similarly, if I write new float and I write it as 5.9, the way Python will interpret it is something like this. Okay. So that's why the sizes are 1 in this case. But in string, the sizes are 4.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks, sir.
Awesome. Next, I'll move on. How much time we have? We have 6 minutes.
Yeah, 6 minutes.
Okay, great. So this is a simple calculation operation. I think we have covered this very much in detail, but I'll still run through each individual line. Let's clear this.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes.
In C, the integer is taken as 4 bytes, but here the integer is only 1 byte, no?
Because
Storage.
whatever you write as an integer, you write it in a string format. Matlab, how Python stores it is in this way. If I write int is 5, the way Python understands it is like this. You
As
always create a
string.
list and write it like this. So whatever is the length of this list, it will store it as such.
And then it will
Take the length.
convert it into integer. You have to convert it into integer.
Integer. Yeah, because the data type is integer, it is still integer, but I'm telling the way Python looks at it. Okay.
And it everything is 1 byte. When integer, float.
No.
Yes.
No, sir. After it converts to in the number of bytes should be more, no, sir. It also should be 4 byte, I think.
I'll explain.
Yeah.
Just a sec. If I write something like this, let's say my new list is. Let me run this now. Okay. Now your size is 2 because I have written 3,4. Okay.
Every comma assigns another value.
Yes. Yes.
Size.
If I write, let's say 7, 8, 9, that would be. Oh, I didn't run it. That would be size 3. Okay. Similarly, if I write my float as, let's say, 3.14, okay, and I run it, it gives me size 1. Okay. Or if I, let's say, make it my new float and new float, let's say I define it like this. And this maybe I say it as 3.16, and this maybe I say minus 1.0 comma minus 2.0 comma 3 comma 0. If I run
Sir,
this,
what will be the output of my new float?
my new float will output as it is, right? If I write my
It's a list as far as this is concerned. It treats as a list. That's it.
It's a list. Yes.
Yes.
Python treats everything by default as a list. So that's why you see the size is basically the length of the list. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the string, the size will be for each character. It will take 1.
It will take 1. Correct.
So
That
the
is for
sentence,
string.
then it will take, or the length of the sentence will be the storage of the sentence.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like for
Yes,
instance, I say John
is 4.
is John separated by a comma. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
All clear? So I'll just run this one by one. Comment this out. You comment. Okay. This is how you can comment in block. Okay. So all these things won't run if I run it, but let's say, in fact, even if I don't comment, I'm still fine because I am running it line by line. Okay. I'm not running it as a whole. So let's say I do line by line. Okay. And I delete everything. I clear everything. I again go back, top. Number 1 is 10, number 2 is 5. Result add will take 15. Result subtract will take 5. Result take float division. Float division. Then we have division, double divide. Okay, and now let's get instead of 11. Sorry, instead of this. Yeah, let's look at what is 99 divided by 100. What is the answer? Any idea?
Yes, sir.
Result divide.
I want to see this character sizes. Yes. Number 1, I upload it by 2. That is my number 1. Then by answer.
Sorry, I can't hear you guys. Somebody is mic is on. Please, guys. Hello. Guys,
Yes.
I can't hear you guys. Okay. All good? Oh, it's time. Okay, let's spend a few more time.
Sir, should we attend tomorrow's session also?
You can attend. So whatever I covered today, more or less, the similar week session will be covered, but it will be covered by a NTA. You can attend the same. You can attend the discussion as well, but uh, both are like conducting it in parallel. So those who could not join today can benefit from tomorrow as well. But yeah, feel free to join tomorrow as well.
Okay, sir.
So double digit number will have the single size, right? One.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. It will not be the like characters.
No. Okay, let's see, right? Number one is 99, size is 1, 100, 1. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, integer division. Okay, what do you think is the value of int divide? It is 0. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 0.
Yes, yes.
It would be 0.99, and because I am doing a floor,
Floor
right?
division, yeah.
So I'm removing everything that comes after the full stop or the decimal point. Sorry. Okay. Let's move to code 3. Very simple. There is a library called as math. Okay. Math basically contains a lot of operations which are inbuilt, like exponentiation, trigonometric operations, all the constant values. It have access to advanced mathematical operations. Okay. So, like for instance, I have a very simple code. I want to find the area of a circle. Okay, let's go line by line from here. First, I import math. If I don't import math, then I won't be able to use math.py. Okay. Math.py, basically, what is math.py?
It's a function.
The library.
It is py, which is stored. Okay. This is the value of math.py. I have a circle of radius 7. I go again. I import math. Radius is 7. I calculate the area of a circle. Area of a circle is pi r square. Okay. Now, are you able to understand the order of preference? Exponentiation has a higher preference, right? It's pi r square. Okay. If you print, the value is 153.938. You can also verify this should be correct. Okay. So you have to do a mathematical operation in using Python.
So if we don't import the library, we can directly write that 3.14 into.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Run it. You will still get the same value, like similar result. Okay.
Math is in which type of library?
Math is a Python library. So I'll tell you another example. Okay. Print.
How we access the math library and how it's work?
Math library, if you use import math, you will import all the functionality of math. For instance, if I have to find I want to use math.ext. Okay. I want to do math.ext 10, 2.
Yes.
Let me write it here better. And please, if you can't see my screen, I'll write it here. Okay. I'll do import math first. Okay. Then I'll write math.ext 10, 2. Okay. It should be like this. Should be math.pow, right? Okay, this is the power operation. It's called math.pow. So what it is doing is it is doing 10 to the power of 2. That's how it is defining it as. Okay.
Sir, means after import math, then we access the library of math.
Yes, you can use all the libraries that are installed. Like for instance, somebody has already has the power operation inbuilt. So if I do 10 star 2, I'll get 100. Instead, if I can do math.pow of 10, 2, I'll get this. Similarly, if I do math.sqrt of 100, I should get the square root of 100. Okay, this is all in it already present in math, so you don't have to define or write the square root operation as such. Okay.
Sir, how many types of library are present in Python? So we can access.
There are multiple.
Like math.
There are like lakhs and lakhs of libraries, but all libraries are dependent on their popularity. You can also create your own library and put it. All developers can create their own library. So,
Sir, can we get this recorded session?
Sorry.
So can we get this recorded session?
You will find the recorded session on the Swayam portal itself. After the course ends, I'll upload it. You will find all the material and the presentation,
Okay.
everything on the
It will
Swayam
be
portal.
in the week one place, right? Within the week one place, it will be the portal.
There will be another portion called as discussion session. Here, there you will have all the recorded sessions in one particular Excel file. You can just access that directly.
Okay. Sir.
And sir, there is any extension for math, like math.h or math.py?
Sorry, any extension?
Yeah, for math.
You can
Like
use math. You can use math.log. Okay, log of 10. So it will give you the logarithmic.
No. I mean the library file itself. Does it has like py is for Python? For math, is there any extension?
No, it's only math. It's only math. Similarly, you have something called as import numpy. A library called numpy. There is something called as simpy. There is something called as scipy.
There are no header files in it.
There
Yeah,
is
yeah. In the lecture, actually, basic types of libraries are explained, like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, sklearn.
Yes.
This math was actually not there in that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we can find that in the help, right? We
You
can
can
type, but what to type like math or in the help? Can you show in the help?
So look at the console. Can you see the console?
Yes.
I have typed help math. Okay, you have all the values like tau, pi, nan, inf, e. These are all the operations: sine, sin h, square root, tan, front, remainder, PW, prod.
Oh, okay. So, okay, this basic type was not included in that lecture notes actually. Only NumPy was there. Okay.
Sure. We'll cover most of the things that are complementing. Okay, I'll just do this last part. You can then leave. Feel free to start leaving. I'll just.
Yes. So I have a question.
Yes.
So when we are getting an input from the user,
Mm-hmm.
it will be the input value will be in string format, right?
Yes. Yes.
Always.
Not. Yeah. Input will always be string. Input will always be in string. For instance, if I write input enter age. Okay. If I write it like this, and I press and I write, let's say.
Sir, but I can take it as input int of something also. I can write. No, I can write. Then it will be assigned as an integer value.
Yep. So if I I'll directly. So if I write something like this, and let's say I write age 28, so my age is string 28. Okay.
Okay.
Now instead, if I write like this, okay.
Int of.
Now my age becomes int. Okay. You can always do that.
Yes, typecast. That type I'm.
Okay. Last part I'll just cover. Okay. There is another way you can print stuff instead of using comma. So there are different ways you can print. So let's say name is John, age is 30, weight is 68.5. A student is a boolean, which is true. Okay. So remember that true, capital T, and the first letter is capital. This is a Python special character. Okay. You can't use true as a variable name. There are certain words you cannot use as a variable name. Like for instance, you cannot use a variable defined by true, because true means something else in this case. Okay. So let's go here. So if I print this name and type of name, so it should look something like this. Name type is class. Then you have age. Age is type int. What happened? Okay, let's say refresh everything. I guess. Sorry, to keep doing this in Spider. But let's say name is John. Age is 30. Weight 68. His student is true. Name John. Type string. Age 30. Type int. Weight 68.5, type float, is student is class bool. Okay. Now, how you can manipulate? Like I said, you can use a comma or you can directly concatenate it with a plus sign.
Plus sign.
If I have two strings and I use a plus sign, it will join them together.
Concatenate.
Concatenation. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go here. Greeting message is this. If I print message, it will write hello John. Okay. This is one way. Or another way is you can use something called as f string. So before your colon, you write f, and you write your variable name inside this bracket. Okay. If the name is age years old and weight. So whatever is the value of name, it will instead it will put the value of a name, value of age, and value of weight. If I print this, it will say John is 30 years old and weighs 68.5. So this, in some sense, is much more easier to write. Okay, like this looks very complicated, right? To write.
Yeah.
This is like an in-place operation, and if I change the value of name, then I make it to be Alice. And if I run this again, I'll get. Oh, I didn't say. Sorry. The file. Okay. I'll get John. Okay. I have to run this first. Okay. When I say Alice is 30 years old and weighs 68. Okay.
Sir, let's consider that we have weight as 68.5312.
5312.
Yeah, and like now, if we want it to only 2 decimal places, how do we change that in the print statement?
Okay.
Formatting thing.
That formatting 6.2. I mean, 2 decimal means after the main value we can put 0.2. No, sir.
No. Here. Can you see line 27? I made this change. I put a value. I put a keyword called round. Put a parenthesis and put comma. Okay.
Sir, we cannot put dot 2f, sir.
Yeah, that also you can put. Yes.
You can put dot, but let's. Yeah, it's still 68.5 because I rounded it to 2 decimal places. Okay.
Got it, sir. One more question, sir. Like I was actually trying to describe a pandas frame data frame, sir, but in Spider, but it was not getting. I'm not getting the output, sir, but I got it in the Jupyter notebook.
Okay.
What could be the issue?
Sorry, I'll just stop sharing the screen. Okay, I guess the class time is over. I'll
Thank you, sir.
stop.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe we can discuss this next time. There could be a variety of reasons why you could be getting an error, but let's just question to the next class. I'll stop the recording.
Yes.